So I've been MIA from the channel for a little bit, and that's because I'm in Korea learning Korean for the whole month. I've been here, and I'm still here for a few more days. And we planned this trip for February because we figured Destiny was probably not going to be hopping in February, and that was 100% on the money. Bungie has been more or less radio silent for a while now, other than the occasional DMG please be patient type tweets. We hear you type tweets, which people are completely over at this point. And Bungie has finally spoken about Shadow and Order, aka the mid-season update for Renegades, and it's being delayed by a lot. Our next major update, Destiny 2 Shadow and Order, is undergoing large revisions and will be delayed. This update is being changed and expanded to include sizable quality of life updates, and as a result will also be renamed. This update will now launch June 9th. That's 3.5 months from now, which is when I think the next expansion was supposed to go live. We'll provide exact details closer to release, covering previously announced weapon tier upgrading, but also additions like expanding gear tier to all raid and dungeon activities, Pantheon 2.0, tier 5 stats for exotic armor, and more, which are all good things. Let me finish. Through June, we will continue to have routine bug fixes and stability improvements, continued portal modifiers, Guardian games, more frequent Iron Banner. In terms of communication, we'll be focusing on providing you with updates about our live game content, community activations, and general upkeep through the Twid and our Destiny social channels. Thank you for your continued patience and support. We'll have more information on our next major update and future plans for D2 closer to launch. See you start side. So, not exactly the update that I think a lot of people were hoping for this one. It's gonna be a pretty empty 3.5 months, other than, you know, Guardian games, Iron Banner, these like kind of weekly things that roll in and out, you know, Arms Week, or maybe they throw in a heavy metal or something like that. Nothing too insane, just kind of what we have been used to as a weekly cadence at this point. Now, like, don't get me wrong, like, weapon tier upgrading, like, good, that's a good thing, and like tiered gear to all raid and dungeon activities, that's also a good thing. That was something I was asking for a little while now. And I'm actually surprised that they're doing it to everything and not just like a slow rollout. Pantheon 2.0. People liked Pantheon 1 a couple years ago. Like, that's neat. And tier 5 stats for all exotic armor. I know people have been asking for that. I don't know why it wasn't like that from the get-go, but like, okay. And these are nice quality of life things, but are they anything that I think is really gonna get people jazzed up to like hop on the game again? Not a ton. The tiered gear situation, I mean, we've talked about it 8 trillion times about, you know, how tier 5 gear is just basically the new norm, and any sort of like slow progression that Bungie maybe wanted to have for armor got completely eviscerated when they did all their changes, and now like pretty much anything that isn't tier 5 is close to meaningless if you can get tier 5, and everyone can get tier 5. So, you know, the raid and dungeon activities got to have some like crazy set bonuses for people to care, and then even then, like, how much are people going to care? Oh man, I don't even know what to say anymore, man. I've said all this stuff like 800 million times. People want a real kind of state of the game from Bungie, like what's the pipeline looking like? How are they feeling about the game? How are they feeling about XYZ? And we still are not getting that. Like, it doesn't sound like we're gonna get it for months. We'll have more information on our next major update and future plans for D2 closer to launch. They didn't mention the expansion. I was assuming the expansion, the next one, was going to be launching around June 9th, or like June, basically. So is that expansion getting pushed to September? Where is that even going? Like, there's no mention of this either. Something I do want to say is, do I think they are delaying this update so that it doesn't interfere with Marathon? Not as much. I mean, it certainly wouldn't have helped to drop a mid-season update literally 2 days before you're launching Marathon. I know that they probably want a good amount of attention on Marathon. They could have delayed it like a month, right? It didn't have to be 3 months for them to be like, oh, we want, and also because like Marathon I don't feel like is competing with Destiny in terms of its player base. Like Marathon's not a game where it's like, oh, we want all the Destiny people to come over. Like they're completely different gaming experiences. So I don't think Bungie was necessarily trying to like avoid cannibalizing themselves with two different games having updates at the same time. I could be wrong, but I don't think that's the reason. And again, they could have just done it like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, right? I mean, I've basically only been logging on Tuesdays to run the GM and the dungeon with people who haven't like gotten all the things that they wanted, and most of my friends have that stuff now. So like, I don't think there's even going to be a good reason anyway, for me to hop on at a reset, and that's usually like Tuesday. Historically, has been like, we're playing Destiny on Tuesday, and I just there's nothing else for me to go conquer on the game anymore. And so to hear that we're basically just going to be in our normal weekly cadence of, you know, whatever random activity they want to make it of the week is disappointing, to say the least. I really don't have any ambition to go play the game, especially now that it's going to be pretty idle for like the next 3.5 months. Yeah, I need the leadership team to take a step up and be like, here's what's going on, man. That's what we need. This is not what we need. I need a full article. I need a full thing from the head honchos over there. I need Tyson on the mic. I need Truman on the mic. I need all the top dogs on the mic and be like, here's what's going on. That's the only thing that I think is going to even remotely satiate people. And even then, even if it's like, you know, hey, we got to delay this thing to like whatever, even that is like, I mean, I'm scrolling through these comments and everything is just like, well, goodbye, well, goodbye, well, goodbye. It's just like this stuff is, again, it's good to have, but it shouldn't be like these updates can't just be quality of life things when the game is in the state that it's in, where it's like, what's up with content, what's up with expansions, what's up with like just getting us excited to play this game again. The weapon upgrading and the tiered gear and the Pantheon, like that's all good. I mean, Pantheon, okay, like that's at least going to be some kind of a reason to get back on the game, right? But all these other things, it's like they're nice to haves when the game is in a place where everyone is having fun and they're excited about it. Like that, it's like, oh, and we're getting these things, that's great. But when the game, it just feels like there doesn't have that much in it right now to go chase, to go do, to go participate in, the quality of life things, as nice as they are, just fall really flat. It was like kind of like an open secret that this was going to be delayed, and I guess there's like some small part of me that's like, oh, well, at least it's not going to be the mid-season update from Edge of Fate, which like that came out Ash and Iron, and everyone's kind of like whatever. At least this feels like it's going to be a bit more substantial, I guess. But to think that like, oh, it's going to delay like a month or something like that to go to now 3.5 months is just, it's brutal. It's brutal to hear. As for me, I haven't said this on the main channel yet. I don't think. I launched a new channel. It's called Datto Does Deadlock. I am obsessed with Deadlock right now. And I think that is where I'm going to be spending the majority of my content creation time in the short term. I'm really liking that game. I launched the channel, I know, at a horrible time because I launched the channel and then I was like, okay, bye, I'm going to Korea for a month. But I'm incredibly passionate about that game. And, I've already put out some good stuff over there for new players. So if you don't hear from me on this channel for a little bit, that's why. I just don't have anything that I really want to make. I don't think I have anything that I'm super passionate about making. Even the things that I have been making, most people tend to not really care that much because of the state of the game as it currently is. It's just, there's no excitement. There's no anything really. We're just kind of in this purgatory of waiting to hear something from someone. Until I hear something like this post, I don't have that much to say anymore. I can't keep putting out the same kind of video every month that's just like, well, everything sucks. Please watch this video for ad revenue. Thanks. Bye. Like, there's no joy in that at all. There's no joy in this video. There's no joy in making this. I hate making these kinds of videos. I hate it. I hate it. But it's just like, yeah, oh my God. I'm just gonna shut the hell up. I'm going back to studying Korean. I don't know. There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. Thanks for watching. I'll see you whenever there's something to talk about.